Hey there, Coach Devin here. We are talking outbreaks at gyms today. COVID-19 outbreaks at gyms. I have been asked about a million times, well, maybe not a million times, but a lot of times, my thoughts on the latest information here in Nova Scotia, which was there was a potential case in a gym, in a Fit for Less in Halifax. What are my thoughts? So we're going to get into that right about now. Before we get going, please hit the like and subscribe down below, and please share this with your friends. The reason I do this channel is I have been a trainer for 26, almost 27 years. December, we're coming up on 27 years of being a trainer, and the reason I do this channel is so that I can pass on information, help people out, hopefully help people from making mistakes that I made when I first started in fitness, and just that's the whole point of this, trying to give information that's good information, scientific-based information that will help you get fit and stay fit. All right, so as I said in the intro, Fit for Less in Halifax, Nova Scotia, they have a potential outbreak on the 26th, I believe, of October. So someone went to the gym on the 26th of October who was supposed to be quarantining and did not. And a lot of people have been asking me, Devin, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts? Should we be concerned about gyms? Are gyms safe even to go to? Those type of things. So let's break it down a little bit first. Obviously, it's never safe to go anywhere. I mean, the only place that you're really safe is probably in your house if you never let anybody in. That's the facts. I mean, if you really want to boil it down, if you lock yourself up in a cabin somewhere in the woods, you know what, then you know what, you're probably safer from COVID-19, but we are all likely to be exposed at some point, which sucks. I mean, there are people out there who are just not going to quarantine. It's going to happen. It sucks. I don't agree with it. I am 100% on board to have people do their part. I do my part, which is why we wear masks at work. When we're working, we wear masks at the grocery store, public places, etc. You just follow all the rules, try to be smart. But there's always going to be a few people that don't. Now, are gyms a huge vector? And I've heard all the stories about how gyms are the worst vector. Okay, there's many different kinds of gyms. That's the thing about this. Gyms, in general, fitness facilities, are not all the same. We're not all created equal. So give you an idea, a classic Fit for Less, for example, which is where we have a potential community type spread situation where some jackass goes in there and decides they're going to go to Fit for Less even though they're supposed to be quarantining. I understand people not wanting to quarantine. It sucks, but those are the rules, so you should damn well do it. So somebody decides to go into a Fit for Less. Fit for Less, a regular Good Life, for example, a Gold's Gym, Planet Fitness, any big gym, big commercial box gym that has a ton of equipment, very few people on the floor to help out with things. They really don't have so many personal trainers, and you are sort of left to your own devices to do your own thing. Yeah, going to be less safe. It will definitely be less safe there than it will be to go somewhere else. Those are the facts, because I own a fitness facility. I own a gym. In my gym, we do things a little differently. Our gym is pretty much all PT, so personal training based, class based. And in those situations, we are first off, we're one-on-one or, say 18-on-1 with a member and a client. But guess what? We are in our class-based situations, we are 6 by 8 feet blocks, which is where the client is. They can't leave that block. They're doing their work there. We are away from them. They are away from other people. After they're done their workout, we give them a towel, they spray their equipment, they clean everything. So they're the only people that touch that equipment. They clean it all first. If we're in a PT situation where I'm doing a personal training session with a client, you know what I do? I clean the equipment. Everything they touch, I spray and clean. Why? I'm trying to do my part. It's not very hard, right? Different situation when you're talking a fitness studio like I own in comparison to a Good Life or a Fit for Less. The reason is because a Good Life and a Fit for Less can have like 600, 800 people through the door in one day. And those people are not monitored in any way, shape, or form. They can do what they want. That's the whole point of Fit for Less and Good Life. You go there and you do what you want to do. So those people go in there, they do their thing, but you know what? Are they cleaning up after themselves? Are they spaced out like they should be? Are they, taking precautions that they should be? They may not be. When you have 600, 800 people through the door in one day, as compared to my fitness facility, which is, 120 at a max through the door in a day, well, you know what? The likelihood of getting sick is very, very different. So this is why I hate when people talk about lumping gyms together and saying all gyms are the same. We're not all the same. We're very, very different. What I do in my gym also is different than yoga, right? It's different than spin. It is different than a classic standard gym. So obviously, you know what? I find it annoying when people start to get at us saying, oh, all gyms are a terrible vector. No, we're not. Not all of us are a terrible vector. Are the Good Lifes a terrible vector? Are a concerning vector? Yeah, it's concerning what could happen at a Good Life. At a Fit for Less, similar situation, Planet Fitness, any big studio where people, big gym, not a studio, but big gym where people are just walking in, doing their own thing. They're not told to clean. They're not made to clean. Guess what? Some of them aren't going to clean. They just won't. And there's nothing you can do about that. So are the Good Life, and I'm not trying to rip Good Life, but are they safer than a standard gym? No, they're significantly less safe. It's the numbers of people that walk through the door that makes it less safe, and it is the sheer inability to watch the people on the floor because of the fact that there's just too many people. They cannot put enough staff to make sure everybody's doing their job. Where for us, we have very few people that come in for open gym, and if they are, there's, we limit it to 5. So 5 of them on the floor. There's personal trainers everywhere. We keep an eye on everything. And the reason we do it is we are scared to death about getting an outbreak here. I do not want to be that guy out there that says, hey, 360 Fit, there was a problem there. We don't want that. That would be a disaster for business. It just would be, because people would be scared. And I want a clean environment. So I hate when people lump gyms together. The other question people ask me, are you surprised it's a Good Life? Well, no. Just like I said at the beginning, it's the numbers of people and the fact that nobody's, pays attention and watches it. That'll do it. We know what our clients are doing because we see our clients 3-4 times a week. On average, we see our clients 3.6 times per week. That is our members and our PT clients. So we see them all the time. We know if they're away. If they're away and they're traveling and then they show back up, we're like, what are you doing? Why are you here? And we have had one situation where we had a guy come in who said, hey, you know what? I want to do this thing. I want to come in to train. And he emailed us and said, hey, I'm here ready to train. And we said, haven't you been traveling recently? He said, yes, I have. And we said, sorry, you got to wait 2 weeks. So that's where a small studio has the advantage over a bigger one, because we can control those things. We can watch what's happening. We know for sure there isn't going to be a problem, or for the most part, we can make sure that we clean. We have the ability to do the stuff that the Fit for Lesses, the Good Lives, the Planet Fitness, the big box gyms, they can't do. It's not their fault they can't do it. I am not ripping them because of it, but it's not surprising it's happening there. We will get lots more outbreaks at Good Life and Fit for Less and other big box gyms, like community type gyms, like a sportsplex type situation. We'll get lots more outbreaks in those situations. It's going to happen. It just is a fact, because they just have too many people through the door. They cannot track it. They can't stay on top of it. It's a different situation. So you know what? What is safer right now for you to do? What is the safest thing for you to do is join a smaller gym, frankly. Or if you really don't want to join a smaller gym, you want to stay with Good Life. Okay, great. Clean the hell out of everything you touch in there. Everything. Before you touch it, clean it. After you touch it, clean it. You're probably going to be more likely to be safer then. Is there a possibility there's somebody there? Of course there is. There is everywhere. I mean, the grocery store, same situation. There could be some knucklehead who shows up at the grocery store and doesn't care. There's always that chance, but you just have to take all the steps you can. So at a big box gym, you can be safer. Smaller gyms, you'll probably be safer just because of the fact that we are following the rules. I am part of a group on Facebook with gym owners in Nova Scotia, and guess what? We are all following the rules really strictly. In fact, most of us, like me, are going above and beyond the rules because we're worried. We don't want our name in the paper. We don't want our name on the television, because that's not good. It would be terrible for business. So that's why we do it. I do think a smaller gym right now is safer than a big gym, just based on size, numbers, and the fact that some people don't clean. Hopefully to God, we will see numbers drop down. We won't see knuckleheads continue to go out, and we can continue going to gyms because gyms are a super important part. Every gym, Good Life on down to my gym, they are a super important part of us staying mentally fit and mentally healthy. If you have comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, type them up down below. I would love to hear from you. That's the reason I'm doing this, is because so many people ask me, Devin, what do you think of that fit for less outbreak? That's why we're talking about it. So please write them up down below. Also, please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Have yourself an amazing day, everybody. Don't fight the awesome.